All right, we're going to start with the father of the bride. Do you have a toast? Toast! Do you have a toast? All right.
I see her right there.
Okay, very good. Is it breaking up? We're good? Okay. Magnificent day, yes? I'm going to try to be absolutely serious instead of comical, which is difficult for me. But what you see are two young folks next to me who are very well sorted out. And they found one another, and they're going to have a very remarkable life together. I know this is true. And talk about Jane for a moment. I've known Jane all my life. See, I can't be comical. Throughout her life, Jane has demonstrated character, which is very important to me. And through that character, she's shown focus, persistence, integrity, and courage. Jane has overcome many obstacles and persevered, and she's triumphed. And Jane is now a very successful professional. She recently obtained her licensed clinical social worker certification. Very tough exam to pass. I'm sure I would have been running away with my tail between my legs on an exam like that, but she did well. And, well, here we go. That represents the essence of what Jane has always been, is someone that has focus and honor and sees what her goals are and achieves them and still maintains humility and humanity. And I'm very grateful to have known her all my life. And now let's talk about this guy she's married. I couldn't be more happy to have Nathan as my new son-in-law, my only son at this point. Nathan is very kind. He's very supportive of Jane. He's fun to be around. I love his sense of humor. And he also has a tremendous strength of character, and I see that all the time. It's his interactions with Jane, with his family, with all his friends. And I want you all to know, some of you, a lot of you probably know, but this is important to me, that Nathan took the time to wear the nation's uniform. He's a proud airborne soldier, a member of the legendary 82nd Airborne Division. Let's hear it for Nathan. And that's all I need to say about Nathan. That just sums up who he is, and I'm damn proud to be able to call myself his father-in-law now. And so I wish both of y'all a very long life and happiness together. And what a great day to start that out. That's all.
Thank you, Joe. I'm Liz. I am Jane's best friend. I have known Jane for over 20 years now. We bonded fast freshman year of high school, Protestant heretics together. And we never looked back. Her family has become my family. Marilyn, Scott, Joe, Penny, Mimi, Allison, Jackie, and Claire. It is easy to understand when you know her family how she got to be so wonderful. Jane and I have seen each other. Okay, Jane and I have seen each other through a lot. Proms, graduations, breakups, countless pets, hysterical 4 a.m. phone calls over nothing that either one of us can remember now. No one can get lost together like we can. It's ridiculous. As such, over our years of friendships, we have had our little plans how to get out of sticky situations if we need to. So a few years ago, over winter holiday, she had a date. It was my job as her best friend to keep my phone on hand in case she sent me a text, so I needed to get her the heck out of there. But then it was a few hours and I had not heard from her. So I was a little bit worried and I texted her and I was like, "Are you okay?" And she said, "I'm good." And so she was. Nathan has become my family too. I had ridiculously high standards for who is good enough for Jane, and somehow he has managed to exceed every single one of them. His sense of humor, his endless kindness, he one time offered to let me live with him open, like no date, with no questions asked. His love of collies, that's very important to me. And the list goes on. I could not have imagined a better partner for the sister of my heart. Congratulations, I love you both, and I look forward to witnessing your long and happy life together. I love you.
Just got to make sure I stand on the wrong side so I don't cut out. Okay. So my name is Dennis. Some of you have met me this past weekend. Some of you have known me a little bit longer. I'm Nathan's best man. First of all, I want to thank everybody that made it here today to Jane and Nathan's special day. I've spoken to a few of you and know that some of you have actually traveled quite a ways to be here. So I'm sure they really appreciate that, and it's great to have everybody here. I'm especially glad to be here on this occasion to celebrate this wonderful day with my best friend. I've known Nathan for over 22 years now, ever since both of our parents moved into the same neighborhood, and we were literally neighbors. We could see each other's house from the front door. I remember growing up with Nathan. I'd get home from school, and 10 minutes later, my doorbell would ring. Nathan was at the door. He wouldn't so much as tell me he was coming over when we got off the school bus. He wouldn't even call and say, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He would just show up. He would just be there without fail. And that's the kind of person that he is. He's always there for you without fail. Whether it was helping me move, answering a question that I had, or just to hang out and have fun, Nathan's always been there for me. I'd say no questions asked, but it was just when and where, and he would be there. Many years later, I made the mistake of saying, "Hey, why don't you apply to a position? We could work together." And sure enough, he got hired, and we got to work together for a little bit, and that was a double-edged sword, because you get to work with your best friend, but sometimes we actually butt heads. I'm pretty stubborn. Most of you have only known me for a few hours, but I'm difficult to take in large doses. I'm pretty sure even the people that have only known me a few hours are aware of that. And I just signed Nathan to deal with me. I just signed him up to deal with me for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, no escape. So I remember we were arguing about car stereos one day. I used to install car stereos, so I just thought I knew everything. And we asked the installer, and it turned out that I was wrong. Nathan practically jumped up in the air and said, "I told you! You can't get them that worked up about many things, but that can tell you what kind of person that I am and how difficult it is to deal with me. So, as we get older, we learn what type of people there are out there. We learn who we want to keep close. And anyone who could put up with me for 22 years, I'm thankful and happy to have in my life. And one day at work, we're eating lunch together after going to the customer site, and he just tells me he's dating somebody. And of course I have questions, you know, who is she, how'd you meet, what is she like, where does she live? And he answered everything just like all day today with a smile on his face. Then he just says, do you want to meet her? She works around the corner. Yeah, I do. So I got to meet Jane that very day, and it was amazing to just see the way they interacted with each other. I've been watching the two of you all day long, and the way you two look at each other, it's beautiful. Now, anyone who knows Nathan knows that he's a goofball, through and through. He just wants to smile all of the time, and I'm happy for him to have found someone to smile with and to cherish those moments for the rest of their lives. Nathan, I'm honored to be your best man. I'm grateful for both of you for letting me be a part of Turning Too Far, letting me be a part of your wedding. And if everyone could please raise their glasses for a toast to the bride and groom. Here's to many years of laughing together and hopefully laughing with each other. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers. Is anybody else coming up? No takers.